only going a mile. And also, helmets feel like a vice grip on my head because you can't get them big enough. You cannot buy them big enough. I ordered a triple XL, and it still felt like I got to butter my head to get it on. I used to come home from school and say, "Mom, everybody's making fun of my big head." She'd say, "Oh, Mark, it's okay. Let me dry your eyes." I was born with a head this big. That's why my mother's still bitter. I'm driving down Shepherd Drive in Houston, Texas, and just like Mama said, somebody cut me off. And I slammed on the brakes. Come to find out, motorcycles don't have anti-lock brakes. They locked up on me, and I'm headed face first without a helmet into Shepherd Drive. And I remember thinking, this is gonna hurt. And I told myself, whatever you do, stay awake. Stay awake! Because you know I hate to miss anything. Especially if it's happening to me. I slammed my head into Shepherd Drive, and I popped up, and I was awake. And I was so excited about being awake because I could dodge the cars that were coming. And they were trying to dodge me, and I was dodging them. I was thanking them, "Thank you so much. God bless you. Keep moving." And I finally come to a stop in the road, and I'm checking my injuries, and I thought, well, I'm okay. Because I lost my hearing for about 5 minutes because I hit my head pretty hard, and I heard this laugh. It sounded like an empty cantaloupe hitting the pavement. And I lost my hearing, and I was sitting there deaf, and this redneck, I love rednecks, they're my people. He pulled up and he said, "Do you need an ambulance?" I said, "I can't hear a word you're saying." He said, "Woo, woo." I said, "Yes." He said, "Well, we've already called one." And then I thought, well, I'm just going to get up and walk off this road, but I looked down at my knee, and it was over here. And I remember thinking, now that don't look right. I thought, well, that's out of socket. Something's wrong with that knee. It should not be over there. So I looked to the side of the road, and there's some fellas standing there waiting on jobs. And I said, "Will you boys help me off the road?" They said, "We don't speak English." I said, "Will you help me off the El Rodeo? I think I broke my legio." And once they understood me, they understood my Spanglish. They came to me like the good Samaritans that they were. And they were so kind, so gracious, so like Jesus to me. They wrapped their arms around me, carried me off the road. And they stayed with me until the ambulance came. It took them forever to get there. So I called Shelly and told her I wasn't going to make it to the burrito shop. And she called Dina, who called Bubba, who called Colleen, who called Philip. They all lived around there. And they all started showing up. And I had a good crowd before the ambulance got there. And when the ambulance finally showed up, the first thing they did, didn't even ask. They cut off my britches. In front of Dina, Colleen, Shelly. Cut them off! You know, your mama was right. Always wear clean underwear. That's what Mama said. Mama was right. Mine were clean before I hit Shepherd. They were a little freckled after that. They cut them off and stuck me in the ambulance. We start heading towards the hospital. Rolling over speed bumps, and I said, "Where are the shocks?" They said, "It wasn't in the budget." You could roll over a quarter and tell if it was heads or tails. By the time they got me to the hospital, my leg had woken up. I have never known pain. I did not know a human being could have hurt this much. And when they tried to move me from the ambulance bed to the hospital bed, was the moment in time I became so thankful that I am a Baptist. Because you Pentecostals would go to hell for what I said. Thank God for once saved, always saved. I didn't even know I knew those words. Come flying out of me like old friends, man. And then I started thinking, you know, what are we going to... And the doctor showed up finally. He saw me in all that pain, and he brought me a morphine drip. I became a Pentecostal. I could hardly speak English. I went from hellish pain to heavenly gain. That stuff is of God, and it comes with a button like a video game. So about every 10 minutes, you can get another boost. Woo! And I got that relief. And I passed out and went to sleep, and while I was unconscious, they x-rayed me again from head to toe, and found out that my leg wasn't just out of socket, it was shattered. From the knee down to the middle of the shin was a hole. The doctor said, Mark, you turned all these bones from here to here into dust. He said, it is just shattered. And he said, we're going to have to do surgery in the morning, and we're going to put cadaver bones in there and build that back up. And I said, you're going to put what kind of bones in there? He said, cadaver bones. You know, when people die, you know you can do this? I did not know you could do this. I knew you could donate your eyes and stuff, your heart, your liver, whatever. But I didn't know you could donate your bones. So when you die, you should donate your bones so people like me can have them. You'll make a floppy corpse, but you'll never miss it. From here to here are people I don't even know. But I love them. I just hope they were saved. Well, think about it, y'all. If they weren't saved and the Lord comes back, is my leg gonna fall out? Or what if they were saved and the dead in Christ rise first?